welcome back to the Heavy Podcast.
Nearly never had this one because my apologies. I booked the wrong date.
As usual.
Yeah, probably wasn't sober at the time, booking that, so it ended up being for the 11th of February. Not today, but luckily we've got a good worker behind us there who's willing to do the night shift for us.
So sorting them out,
big up to the team.
Sorting them out as well, big up.
Yeah, we had a big night last night, though, didn't we, really, lads?
Probably the proudest moment of my life, to be fair, and obviously, to be honest, everything that we've done, obviously all the hard work we've done is now, obviously looking around last night and seeing people who actually want to be there, who want to see the progress with the brand and want to, you know, make things better. And like for all the stuff we've done over the years is showing like we're in this now casino, which is our own space. And like creating our own advert. It's basically like our own. I felt like a director last night, which it was a proud moment just to like look at yourself and you know, good people around us. And then I thought the team was spot on as well. So I just think, I feel like
LAM management, audio, Liverpool audio, they're working on us, big up to them. They're a great team working at the minute.
Becky as well.
That's who she works for.
Oh yeah. Well, Becky in itself, just an individual,
Becky, now with Phil Key and that, all of them, they're all great workers and they're
everyone. The lighting company as well was spot on.
Yeah. Oh, what's their names, lads? What's their names? It's one of them. Wanted to give them a shout. You know who you are, boys. You know who you are.
Sorry, boys.
But sorry about that, boys. But you know who you are.
He'll be on
We'll tag you on it later on this podcast. Don't worry. But nah, lad, it was sick to sort of just like direct that something like that. It's like never.
It's just showing off the space now. So I feel like since then as well, like we sort of, you know, we've got this space that no one really knows what it's about. It's in Southport.
Yeah.
And like this space is for everyone.
It's
a new area, so it's like going into a casino.
Well, like, but it's a kid, like, I don't know, most, like, we went when we were kids, didn't we? But you're associated when you're a kid, don't you?
Yeah, even just going back to like fish and chips, you like your nan and granddad or whatever, you know, this is like a place
that... I'd been nicked there and everything. I swear, we went off, didn't remember, I think we had a little instant there, like, we were all 14 and
it's only half out going down here for their birds, though,
no, but it was, I know, but it was like fucking 6 of us, and then someone just nutted someone, and then I've hit someone, and then he's nutted me, and then I've just been woke up from getting webbed on the floor.
That's what I'll hold.
And next minute I got it with a busy door, lads. Fucking busy hit me with a door, and then arrested me, and I didn't even... Yeah, I was ended up on a shelf for 24 hours.
I remember when it happened, didn't I? Because I had that. I had that bird on the bridge.
You had a bliss, bro.
And then I remember seeing all the lads running down, say, "What's going on there?" And then remember you getting volleyed in the head. And then the next minute, fucking you were nicked, and then we had about 80 Southport kids trying to get us, trying to hunt us down, weren't it? And then we finally got on the train, and then some like kid used to come out with us all the time. His name was Spudhead, weren't it? And he just started getting swatted on the bus, like on the train on the way home, lad, like for no reason, lad. He's just a normal kid, lad. And there's a few instances where he used to just get sparked all the time for no reason. And like we were only good kids trying to have a good time, and like we used to go down for raves and like these little, you know, under 16 raves and that.
No, we never had any trouble there, though, when we went to all them type of gas. But when we were kids, like on the streets and that there, man.
That's going back to what first.
That was like you kid.
That's when we first started meeting, really, as we weren't, you know, that was when the first time we stopped properly going out together, weren't it?
Yeah.
That's when we got like bonding. Do you
that's
know
what I mean? And like obviously started getting into like, that's the main thing. Obviously, I can see why I think we do what we do as well, as like how we sort of like festivals and stuff like that now. That like it's the norm, kids to do it. Like it's the norm, like 16-year-olds just floating like anywhere in the world, aren't they? And like it's just going anywhere. Whereas I feel like in the past when we were young and we were doing it, it was a bit rare and unheard of wearing at the time. Like not many people were doing it, and that's why I feel like
like us venturing out to other cities.
Yeah, like not even like we went to go like hard that one and like Tomorrowland stuff when we were like 17 and stuff like that. Like
Energy in Amsterdam
and that, like 16 and do you know what I mean? And like going and raves because we were always proper passionate about it.
Like the old circus,
exactly.
Like the mask and that. Like that
used to go out every
and
week.
then going to the old wash bay. What was like the that was on Peach. That was on till
if you know about Peach, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah, well, that was an old one. That was it. That's a car wash. That's still abandoned now. But like people used to go there for like 11:30. I remember seeing like that Danny McCann on there on some fucking tractor about 11:30. I just looked spooked out of his head. It was just like I just looked around.
I was there. Like me and Crofty come out. Yeah, we had no doubt in between us. Danny McCann luckily sorted us out with a taxi home, but he dropped me off by like top of boot. I had to walk all the way from Marsh Lane still dabbing. You know what I mean? Being audible, lad, just fucking. I'm shaming you, mad kids, man.
Yeah, we still are in a way, aren't we? We're not like them type of people, but I mean, we still got
that's how we were like, I don't know, like, going through them things. That's why we end up, I feel like, going on that path of like doing events and that, lad, you know.
See, when I used to play football, like I had football all of my life, like it was football, and as soon as I went to that first rave, lad, I just fell in love with raving, lad, and just taking drugs. It was like, that was just
first pill, but
yeah, it's just like, that's the thing, like, if you
that
like,
first rock star.
not saying everyone take drugs and it sorts it out, but for our sort of industry, what we're going for, it's opened our minds in some bad ways, but some in like unbelievable ways as well.
I wouldn't recommend anyone to take drugs, I'm not gonna lie, but like,
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like that changed our life and that, but like going over there and, you know, just sort of not going that rave and then being off of football, or, you know, I wouldn't say I was going to be a professional footballer. This was when I was a kid, and it was always football. And I was like, no, you know what? I'd prefer going just to save me working money up and going like around the world with my mates, like hard out. Your first rave, like just having them memories, you know what I mean?
It's some shame we were doing that area, like, we had some, even when we were kids, that's some shame, we had some, like, we used to just get apartments for like 3 days, didn't we, and that, lad, and just stay out for 3 days, and we were like 17, 18, and just, we were just like wild kids, weren't we, lad, and obviously that, like, we were thinking, like, at the time, we were always like partying, lad, and like that, why not make some dough off it, lad, innit? Let's like, and obviously you always had that path anyway, you were going down that way, and just that path anyway, sort of like you, Softy and like Connor, but I went near and then I jumped them in, like, and then that's what, as I say, we started doing Exit, which is the first thing we really done.
Yeah, like, to be honest, even when I look back at Exit now, Exit was no one knows it was our first rave, weren't it? So it was like our first event sort of structure. I know we'd done a few things before. That was the real brand that we believed in as a four, weren't it? And obviously we were doing big things, and big things could have happened, but there was a little things that we all agreed on. Where
wasn't meant to be,
we weren't meant to be at that time of structure. And then, to be honest, no one really knows how it actually got shut down properly, really. The brand obviously took a massive toll when, you know, that young lad got stabbed at the Ombre dance night, and I remember looking over at that event, low step at Ombre, and I was like looking back, like we were only, what, 18?
Outside with the kid, lads.
18, 19 at the time, but I was looking over like, we've made it. Like, this is fine. I don't know. I remember
being behind that stage, and I had that video, and it was just. And then, that's not when you're saying that was like one of the proudest moments. I remember that being one of the proudest moments of my life.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was.
Looking behind that stage, because the way that was that garage at the time, lad, it was like.
Garage is now
it's Hangar 34.
But
it had the
which is facing its office, believe it or not.
Smokes, it had smokes, LED screens, like. All that, lads, like, and the queues were massive. That was one of the proudest of my life, lad. And I remember just thinking, like, I want to do this for the rest of my life, you know?
No, when it sort of, like, took us away from that a little bit, because we were, like, even when we spoke about the exclusive Ombre vibe, it was like, we want to sort of see, like, picking and choosing who we're bringing, because, like, it only takes one hiccup and then your business is folded.
Exactly.
So, like, you know, we're only, like, people say, oh, like, why be so picky? It's not like we're picky, it's just, we just don't want anything to happen.
Even the lighting kid last night said, I don't even, he's basically saying, like, he's basically saying, like, oh, like,
it's just being the protector.
He didn't think he could get in. You didn't think he could come? Like, that's obviously, like, you know,
like, people
like,
can't,
just message the account, you know?
Of course. It's just obviously, that's where the Ombre 2.0 is again for the big
the
parties.
merchandise as well,
merchandise, what do you think, anyway? It's alright. In the blue, innit?
Get the back end as well,
get the back end.
2.4.
It's not bad, is it? Not bad. That's like the new brand now, like Ombre Exclusive Party is going down more of like, we want it to be like a more of a metaverse sort of, you know, a virtual sort of pop-up rave eventually, but
futuristic.
No, not a rave, like a futuristic. No, what I'm saying, like Marbella, for example, which is what date's Marbella?
It's Bank Holiday in May. I can't remember.
No, it's the 26th of May. It is the Spray Week. So that's an exclusive party. Dubai is an exclusive party. Ombre 2.0, we're going to be doing these big parties all year, maybe 3 to 4. And then we're going to be creating a party with some huge DJs.
Some of the production as well. We're going to be getting as well. We were discussing last night when we were in the venue doing a photo shoot, and like, I'm very excited for it. Like, having nearly, like, it was like, it's an empty space completely, and like,
that's what we've always wanted.
Getting a buzz off, like, just hitting an empty blanket, lad. You know, and I can't wait to see that end result, lad, like that empty space.
Exactly.
Like, obviously, what we've got going on there, like I'm not going to say it really, but you know what I mean? What we've got to have going on in there, it's going to be fucking.
Yeah, it's like when we hit that thing down like 2 years ago when Ombre first come about, really, it was like, you know, it was from like going to, like, we hit down, that was it, we hit down, then we saying, I want my own manor, I want my own castle, or I want a casino with our own bar, and it's now now it's 2013. Like I say to everyone, manifestation is a big thing. Like if you just constantly wake up in the morning and manifest what you want to do.
I literally wrote on my notes last year. I want to do an event in Dubai, Marbella, and an event with 2,000
and he weren't even planned, lad, really, was there?
Nah, that was at that point, lad, we were doing parties every week and it was 200 people and there was not even a scope of that, lad, was going to happen. And literally, lads, I remember writing it down, my notes, and lad, a month in 2022, it's like every opportunity came to fruition.
That's what I'm saying now, from them 28 parties, is now putting these more exclusive big scale events on where like we got big DJs planned, like a lot of big DJs planned, and like
on the venue, well, obviously we want to make that a thing. That venue's gonna be like a spot where like
Southport's
an exclusive spot. Like
Southport's gonna blow.
Like, I take a lot of like obviously Studio 338. Like I've got the utmost respect for them. Like the way they've done with that venue. Like
look at Printworks as well.
That's a Printworks, exactly. Man. Like these venues, and that's what like we can recreate with that venue with our own vibe, and that's
it's even like where we're doing it as well, where you got like underground the casino. And this is for 1,000 people, by the way. So like you can stay in the hotel if you want. So anyone traveling over, you can get a hotel room, go and come underground, and you come up the venue. It's gonna be some sort of, it's gonna be some party.
Hotel next to the venue. So like we'll be doing packages and stuff like that. So like anyone who's coming out of town and traveling, like obviously get on us, we can sort out packages. We're aiming to release it 15th. Everything. The photo shoot should be the 13th.
Have a little chat to see what they really want to do. Just maybe we'll find out.
Nah, I think that is it. That's what we said. That is what we said. I remember us saying, I think it should be. But lad, obviously as well, we had, when we sent that first one around, we had a lot of good feedback, really. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was quite shocked. Like, I'm not shocked because I did think it went smooth before, but I was a bit like, I couldn't believe the feedback and how positive everyone was about it, lad. And like, to make me feel like I want to do this, like a passion. Like today, it was coming. It was like not a chore. It was like I was coming somewhere like enjoyable to do.
Yeah, and that's all it's about. This is like not to do with business, lad. This is just me and you. We're not here to, please.
Show off who we are as people a bit more.
We're not them party people, really. We know how to party.
But we're not like, you know what I mean? We want to show different sides. That's all people know. That side of us, the party side. We've got a lot more.
Trust me, even that Instagram I've got, lad, everyone just thinks I'm a party. You know what I mean? Like, it's just more like, as you know me, lad, what I get up to, like, this is just more me.
Exactly, it's fresh, as we always are in the gym.
It is. That's another thing I was going to say as well. So, the Heavy podcast is going to start landing next Wednesday. So, what date's next Wednesday? Just
the 9th. Thanks to my man in the back.
Yeah, nice one for that. So it's going to be on the 9th, which is a Wednesday. What time are we thinking? Do we know, really?
We'll sort that out, and then we'll sort that out.
So we'll have to
land on the 9th. Obviously, we'll be in Dubai at the time. We're going to Dubai Monday. Can't fucking wait. Don't know what I mean? Like that.
You know what it is with Dubai?
That's going to be what we're going to do with this Dubai as well. So obviously, just in case people start getting a bit confused about sort of like the content we're putting out. So the podcast we've got our own Instagram set up. At the moment, obviously we're getting a logo created. It's not like legit at the minute. That's all getting finalised, but that'll be finalised, and all the content from this specific podcast is going to be on that page. We're getting a website made with all these posts and vlogs as well. That can also be on there, but it'll be attached to the Ombre site. But we're going to be doing vlogs as well in regards to like more the Ombre parties themselves. Like different seasons throughout the year. So season 1's going to be Dubai. And that's going to get dropped, obviously, after we come home.
That's what I'm saying about Dubai. Like, I'm not, like, normally what we do is go away and just get fucked up. What I'm saying is now is like, with what we've got going on with the businesses and stuff like that, it's nice to go over to Dubai as be like, straight ahead of getting content, going to the gym, just finding ourselves, going for nice food. It's like normally let's get that table.
I can't wait for the activities,
bro. That's what I'm saying.
The doom buggies, jet skis, you know what I'm saying? I haven't done stuff like that since I was a kid. You do a little bit of Ibiza, don't you, really, when you're there for the summer?
Not like when I went, it's like...
I did a bit,
I was 2 on 1.
That was so back to it as well.
That was another thing I was going to say.
Sorry, go on.
I was trying to think what I said then. But
alright, we'll come back to it then.
Completely forgot.
So, what we were saying is obviously with the positive feedback we had as well, we had that because obviously, as you know, we've got a a lot of history between the both of us and Ibiza in terms of like we've lived there a lot. We've got a lot of connections there, like a lot of network out there, and a lot of people we love out there and obviously appreciate.
It's a big part of our lives.
They were asking us to like sort of talk a little bit more about the journeys we were on there. So I just like know between me and him, he was the first to go to do a summer. Very young, so I want to know about you lads. Obviously, go for your first summer. Lad. What was the sketch in that? Lad? What
I saw the set on like podcast and I saw like the first
like
sketches.
Describe it, lad, because like,
I went there
first, just like
and I changed us a little bit.
Like a lot of people, right, might make like there's a lot of people out there who might be in comfortable positions where they're in a nice wage, comfy at home. And then you were like that, and you had that opportunity to go and do something else. Like, what was it that like made you go and do that? Like, what was it?
It was just like, you know, obviously when I got made permanent, I said this in the last one, didn't I? I got the car. It's like sort of looked around it. I just always knew this was me, and I thought if I would have not went, I would have been. Never would have. I would.
Before you even knew you went, what was it?
I just knew I'd something knew me like I knew.
Something in you, just like you just knew like.
I would have regretted it more if it didn't go than if it went, lad. So there's a win-win, lad. As I say, what's IP for lad 2 hours on a flight. I'm going over there, lad. I'm taking a chance with a permanent job. At the end of the day, you can walk into any job. You can work on Mackey's. Not even saying Mackey's is you can find jobs. Lad. There's jobs out there. And everyone says there's not. There is.
There is.
You know, you can get any normal job. So like from there, I just thought we've got a one-way flight. And I'd go. Lad, to be honest with you, events was always my passion. Even just being a promoter, it was like. Mambo's, cold coffee Mambo's, give me a job. And Christian Boyle was like, lad, just come over. So I thought, you know what, fuck this, I'll come over. So when I first got there, I just got on my own.
That's what I'm saying.
I was in the apartment.
That's what I'm saying as well. So you went over and not only have you made that decision to like sort of like you went over on your own as well. Yeah.
I feel like
and then you went to live with a stranger.
Nah, this is the first story.
That's what I'm saying.
I actually didn't live with a stranger. I got my own gaff.
Yeah.
Right, so I went on there on my own to be on my own. Right. So I swallowed the tablet then. So on my first night, I swallowed the tablet and thought I'm going down the West End and just having a mad one and just seeing who we end up, lad. You know, we end up with. And then walking home, lad, on my bill, like just thinking like, what's going on? I end up meeting some kid called Danny Mongan, lad. You know, the kid I talked about last time. I got 2 kids.
Danny,
And then we ended up just cracking on, lad. And in the end, he was living with me for like a month or 2. I was starting Mambo's maybe like 3 weeks later. So we had a little, no, it was one of the days after the Ushuaia Open, which I missed because of my foot. So basically, he come in, he was all sad. He was like, lad, come out. And obviously, when I went out, lad, come back, I had this bird and he had some other bird. And then obviously, from that, lad, I slipped over and load of glass, lad, and then slipped all me and my foot. And then I nearly lost my job from it. I was fucked up, I nearly lost my job. Well, nearly lost my job from it. Couldn't walk for like 6 weeks, lad.
Fucked up,
yeah, I was badly fucked up, lad, And then basically, like, so I just tied it up, left, like, what will be, will be. And then when I come back after an hard day for Mambo, saying I can't work for 6 weeks, just about, like, kept my job. I didn't have I weren't getting paid for being off, by the way, so I was skint, lad. All my dough was on
and
the
that's a big thing, that's what I'm saying. You've, like, a lot of people now who might have been like, right, that's a roadblock. I can't do this. Let's go home. You need to keep going on. Know what I'm saying? Like you'll always find a way. You know, and that's what you did, didn't you? You found a way, lad. I'm like, how did you find a way?
So how I found a way was, lad. It was like I went. No, this is the worst thing I didn't say. So I went back to the apartment. So like, I'm back in my apartment. Let's sort the sketch out here. Let's like, I'm chill. Got the job. Everything's good. Next minute, the woman was like, you've got to get out. I'm like, what do you mean, got to get out? You've had 2 girls in your apartment. I went, I paid you like 3 months in advance. Didn't get anyone who lives in Ibiza, by the way, anyone who lives in Ibiza knows the story. If you pay someone a deposit and you pay this, and you just have your on and on for money. So like as soon as you get there, you're already money down. Do you know what I mean? So I was paid all. I remember her name, Mrs. Palau. So anyone who's going to Palau, never stay in Palau. Any season workers don't stay in Palau. She's just a bitch. Like she just hates on life. She hates anyone.
Fuck Palau.
No. Basically, this was another thing as well, lad. So obviously from that, I was just going hotel to hotel, just stringing along with money, lad, just working lad, where did he even work? I was working in and out all these little PR bars on Zoo, you know, just working on the other thing, you know, and a few other things that people like just do as you
gotta do what you gotta do.
No, you gotta do what you gotta do, haven't you? That was just more of a thing that was coming and going, and then I end up moving to Apollo, so anyone from Apollo knows it's a fucking
big
great
family there,
it's a big orgy as well sometimes, but it is what it is, like that's just how it goes. It's like everyone's just a big family, but not a family in that way, but I mean it's a family, like we all still speak, and a lot of people have done,
it is, that's how you make
a lot of people have done very well from it as well, so you make connections.
But it's changed now, lad. That's unchanged. That was your first.
That's what I need to tell you about as well. So like I met these Stoke lads from there, like Bill, Nico, you know, these lads who were just normal lads, but most Scousers at the time wouldn't speak to these type of kids. You know what I mean? I was thinking I'm on my own here. You know, fuck it, I'll get in the Apollo.
Yeah, like a lot of people have a lot of Scousers have a lot of perception of certain people who are from different areas, don't they? Sometimes
he was a bit like that.
They are, lad, but they're just everyone's different.
But Ibiza's like that.
Everyone's different.
You can look a certain way.
That's why we're probably a lot more open-minded to speaking to people, because like we have been there, and you've got to speak to people of all different cultures and varieties and that, haven't you? But yeah, what was you saying?
It was just like
kids and
what.
You met them kids in Apollo.
Yeah, so basically, fucking hell, lad, sorry, went with it then. So basically, met these kids, lad, and I was on a season with all summer, lad, and then ended up coming home on my own, lad, do you know what I mean? Because obviously, remember, Crofty and obviously Connor was meant to be getting over.
There for like 2 weeks.
And then they were there for 2 weeks. I was on my own again, but I was in and out of hotels, lad, before Apollo. That's another thing, washing my clothes and literally just getting by, lad. Like, it was rough, lad. I was like one point going, got no dough, need to get home, but I found a way to make more dough. So I thought, I'll just keep riding it out. So then from that year, come home, lad, it was alright, you know what I mean? But then I went go back into work, because I think like we started our full-time jobs. We were just doing, I think Exit was then as well. Or
was this the year after?
Nah, this was the first season.
Nah, man, it wasn't over there at that time. It was the year I went was the year after. That's when it was there. Okay. We were in Shankies.
Can't have been that many, I can't remember.
That was my first one when we were in Shankies.
So that was the first one, so after that one, that was... so I went home quite clear, it was alright, so that's the first one.
Yeah, and then like the second one was that, so my
first
summer.
I got the job back by Mambo's gave me the job back on that as well, so it was all like... You know, it was sound. It was sound in the end, but it's more like, it weren't really me, lad. It weren't really me, though. They were very like it was a good company to work for, lad. Mambo's was a big company. It was just more, wanted to just be on my own, doing my own thing at the time.
Expect a lot from you, probably, don't you, in them type of companies, because you need, they're the best of the best, aren't they? They're the best of the best, lad, so they expect a lot, lad. And then, the year after that was my first summer, lad, and like, fucking... Oh, lad, I just remember that. It's like, I don't know, lad, sounds gay, lad, but it's like your first, that's all I mean to that, say that in a derogatory way, well, man, the way people, I know the way the world is now, you know.
No, everyone's wrapped up in cotton wool, Andy.
I know the way it is now, but yeah, it's like, it's a life-changing experience. It's like a bit of a magical life-changing experience. Like, it's mad, like your first summer, because you just... Obviously, in an area, especially where we come from, a bit working class, everyone's the same, everyone does the same thing, and then you go over there and it's just literally a whole different world. You're like, wow, it's like...
Sorry to interrupt that, but it's like, I seen another thing before about, like, Crofty's posting, and another girl posted about Ibiza is that magical island, and, like, I have had the conversations there, like, I'm gutted. I'm not saying I live there, but it is a magical island, so it's a great place to find yourself, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that's why I want to go to like Bali at the end.
Bro.
Like, I'm not saying go there for the rest of your life, because me personally, I couldn't live on an island like that. That's just me personally.
It's the perfect way to... I think you summed it up, like, perfect, because you have the lowest lows and the highest... And like, as they say, when you're sitting here and you're on your lowest low and you're around people who are actually loving life,
it's a very spiritual place.
That's so hard, like, and that's when you learn about yourself. And a lot of times your heart can be on your own because you're around, even though there's a lot of people you're close with, lad, it's like they're not your like usual people, especially when you come from where we are, lad, and I'm a working class background, lad. But it changes you, man. Like it was, I remember my first summer, lad, some of the things like just stick out to me really, lad, was I remember when we went for the meteor shower on Esvedra, lads, you know, and
you did a lot more things than me that year.
Nearly ends up dying, bro.
But you used quite a lot that summer.
Yeah, a little bit,
You've done a few more activities than me,
but like, we nearly ended up dying, like, because we were walking up that Esvedra cliff, it was a meteor, Boston, I don't want me to die, bro,
Know what I mean? No, it was a bit of a delayed reaction. I meant, like, Boston, the way you've done them things. I remember me, like, now, that's more me, lad. Like, I want to, like, climb mountains. I want to, like, do
Well,
these
this wasn't
things.
a mountain, by the way. So what this was, like, this is where, if you everyone knows Ibiza, there's a big cliff, and at the top of it, there's a lighthouse. So we were scaling this cliff, and someone who's like a mad lad, who was guarding the group, Jules, was guarding the group.
Shout out to Jules, by the way, one of our good mates.
I thought you shout him out.
Yeah, he's the boy.
He was leading the group, fucked out of his head. And then this next minute, the cliff, this steep, lad, we're like, fuck this, going down, walking down it. And then literally next minute, you're just there, stop! We're like, what's going on? And then like, literally, we were at the edge of a cliff, lad, literally about to step off it and just die. Like,
it's mad, isn't it? Like, that's
but
what
we were all
that's the good thing with these video
well,
like visions we got now, because there probably might be a few more mad times in our lives. But what I'm saying is, it's all on camera there as well, so we could have got that experience on camera as well, because that's like, that's a crazy story.
Yeah,
lad.
it is.
Like, you nearly died, lad.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Like, even a story going back to West Feds, how sad that was with, you know.
Nearly died another time, 2019. Remember that crash with Jamie?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that was like, we were going about, what, it was obviously within like an M4.
I crashed the car, you crashed the car.
No, I never crashed it, it was...
No, I mean, Jamie.
But it was, we were in an M4, and we nothing one messing, we were doing about 80, 90 mile an hour. We were trying to turn this corner, and he just couldn't do it. The wheel just couldn't do it, because he was going so fast, and the ground was dead hot, and it literally just went head on into a wall. I had no seatbelt on. There was no roof over it. And I come out, literally, just, the car was crumpled, like, literally into this fella's wall, smashed to pieces, crumpled, and I literally just opened the car door as if everything was like, I was unscathed.
That was the year of madness,
I didn't even feel
that was the year of madness, I call it the year of madness, but that's what made Ombre, remember?
Exactly, yeah.
That was one of the maddest ones, lad.
That was one of the fucking maddest year in my life. That was the maddest year in my life, man. But,
we'll go back to stuff. We need to like have a full episode on that one now, I reckon. That full season.
Now, lad.
Do you reckon? So it was just a year where we all got together, didn't we? So we had a villa. So it was like all of us got over there. We had a big nice villa.
Like 9 of us on one villa. Well, at first it was 5. And then 2 and 3 more.
All scouts was bang on as well.
Three moved in, all just being dodgy cunts there, you know what I mean? Or just like living life and having a bit of fun, you know what I mean? Really, but it was like
just having a good time.
Like someone, like a lot of things happened. Like I don't know if you can really say some of the things to be fair, as well. Like obviously someone robbed a shit in someone's car, and you know, like
there's just loads of things. Just basically what I understood from it, we were too involved in the madness, because like Ibiza's that type of island where like you've got like
we had kittens and everything.
We had kittens and stuff like that, but we were having parties all the time. There was just unlimited access of things. Like there was, you know, it was just a big party, weren't it, constantly? But then, like,
that pool, it was literally like, lad, when you were on one, and then, like, that sunrise at the pool, lad, it was like, you literally had a new life, lad, you couldn't not stop, you know, lad, you just couldn't stop, lad.
That's what I'm saying, so once the villa, though, lad, that was a massive thing, obviously, all the lads living together, it's not a good idea, though, is it? But it's like, going back to the mad...
I'm happy I experienced that, lad. It's not I wouldn't do it ever again, but I'm happy I experienced
I'm talking about the season as well, with the tables, the fucking...
that is the same one.
Like, the life, that's what I'm saying, the lifestyle, that's
what I'm saying, like, obviously, you probably experienced a bit more, but you're, like, behind the decks and, like, high and everything, weren't you, you know what I mean? And, like, seeing, like,
so that's how Ombre all really began now, really, weren't it? Where we were networking with these big people, you know, we were networking with, like, we were our good mates now, and it's like, if you go for example, when you go anywhere, like you said, and like the main thing is network with people, to get off your phone a moment and just look around you and go, oh, there's someone I need to speak to there. Like, as you see podcasts all the time, or if you had £1 million or had a conversation with Jeff Bezos, for example, what would you choose? Most people would choose the £1,000, you know, but that conversation goes a long way. You can open doors.
I've seen a quote like that, it was in the millions. I'm like, fuck that, I'm taking the millions, you know. Someone put like 10 million on a combo with Jay-Z, lad, give me the 10 mil, lad, I'll double that myself anyway. Like, I don't need Jay-Z, you know what I mean? But £1,000, I agree with you there.
What I mean with them tapes. But no, obviously it was because we had that big year, just blowing money, getting fast cars, getting cut out of cars, just constant madness, weren't it? But we met loads of people along the way. But then after it, obviously I had a conversation with you, didn't I?
That's what I'm saying, you always had a plan, lad. I was meant to go into Turkey and live in little Turkey one for a bit. I had a flight literally booked. I was going a day after. And I went, nah, man, I'm not doing it. You offered me to do it, and it just felt like it was right, bro. You know, it just felt like this is right. The
reason why it's called Ombre as well is Louis Vuitton Ombre. Like, it just smells like I used to be addicted to it. I was addicted to the smell. You know what I mean? So like I still wear Ombre, like one of my favourite smells. I'm a big guy for smells, you know what I mean?
I remember the crown as well, and it was like the crown on top of it.
And that's what we called it, Ombre, didn't we?
I didn't even think about anything. I just thought like that's the basic thing. I remember like Nick Ellis, heaviest graphic design ever as well. Just sent us back and we were just like, as soon as I seen that logo, I was like, I know this is it, you know what I mean? Like this is like we're on to shot here, you know what I mean? Like, and it was just felt right, lad. I was meant to, obviously, as I say, I was meant to be going away, but it wasn't. That felt right,
just being on a journey, having me loads of ups and downs and up, just enjoying the journey now, you know what I mean? Just having these conversations and just getting ourselves out there a little bit more. It's nice to, you know, just have these conversations with yourself and that as well, and getting that out there as well, like who we are, what we got up to. Do you know what I mean? It's been good.
Nice.
Well, thanks for watching, people. I'm looking forward to the next ones coming up soon. Like, subscribe as well. We're going on YouTube as well, so make sure that's all getting subscribed and liked. And yeah, every Wednesday going to be dropping, so looking forward to it. I've got plenty more stories to come. And thank you so much for your support so far. It's been love. Peace.